It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And we'll get a look at Joe Burrow. You can't ask for much more than his last game, a 5-touchdown effort. It's the Bengals and the Ravens, and it's coming up next on EA Sports.
With the Ohio River and the hills of Kentucky just to our right, we welcome you into Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. Straight ahead, it's a rematch from last year's AFC wildcard game, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the inline. The Bengals now set for their first possession, and it's Pro Bowler Joe Burrow who leads this offense in his fourth season now out of LSU.
And he comes off an incredible performance in the opener, 5 touchdown passes. Now look, you always want to start strong, but I think that's more than anyone, including himself, could have.
Here we go, here we go.
Now a 3-time 1,000-yard rusher, Joe Mixon. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Here we go.
The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. He gets this one to Boyd. Had a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Burrow looking to pass. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Now Burrow. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to have the Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And they're going to stop it right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Here we go, here we go. 11 MT pace. 11 MT pace. Stop.
Now it's Burrow. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. Burrow will throw. Escaping the pressure right. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Now it's Burrow. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Michael Pierce, in all of his 340-pound glory, gets the sack. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. This goes out wide for Mixon. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. Now Burrow on first down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. This defense, Charles, very opportunistic here early. A second fumble recovery in this first quarter of play.
Yeah, you mentioned the right word, opportunistic and aggressive, because once they got the first fumble recovery, they were eager to get a second one, and sometimes they just come in bunches. On the flip side, they've got to figure out how to hold the ball because the play calls seem to be okay. They're just not executing.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 40. The drive will start with an option going left. Fighting his way through contact. There he goes left side. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. What a run there. I mean, you got speed, elusiveness, escapability all rolled into one.
And we all know that quarterbacks are coached.
This for Beckham, and he's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Ravens. A great play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. They scored the most points of anyone on opening weekend, and now first quarter touchdown here.
And while there's no guarantee that all the points they scored in opening weekend are going to hold up and be the average all year long, they're certainly starting to set that type of a pace. And what you do with that is you put in the heads of all of your opponents, we've got to really be ready on defense because these guys know how to put the ball in the end zone.
You think they can keep piling on the points like this?
I think they can if they're prepared to adjust and adapt, because they won't see the same defenses week in and week out.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And out now, here come the Bengals. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath, first do no harm. And right now they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
Ready?
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He finds his running back, Mixon. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Here we go.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
180.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Catch is made here by Irv Smith Jr. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Play action. It's Burrow. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
Brandon, that's the 3rd time he's fumbled so far in this game. And, you know, you can make excuses for each and every one of them. But the bottom line is he's got to take care of it better. And now that he's shown a propensity for fumbling it, just think about what the defenders are trying to do.
Yeah, well, guys hate 1 fumble, 2's, oh my goodness, 3 or more.
Just doesn't make any sense, does it?
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. Jackson running again. And he will force his way into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson keeping it himself from 10 yards away. And the Ravens take a 3-touchdown lead. This defense, so many things to worry about in the red zone area, but you'd have to almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be number one.
It should be number one, and in this portion of the field where things shrink a little bit because the receivers can't run past anyone because they'll run out of real estate, you should have all eyes on Lamar Jackson when the ball is snapped and try and keep him back in the pocket.
Yeah, I don't think that they were surprised he was running it there. They just couldn't stop him, and he ends up in the end zone. Tucker now for the extra point. It's good, and before you know it, it's 21-0. One play, 2 plays, touchdown. That's all it took there. A very short and sweet drive that got him in the end zone.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 21-0 our score after one. Ready for the second quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. As they've got it as we resume action. And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. Tyus Bowser blowing that play up. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. On the delay, it's Mixon. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down. So on 4th down, on is Brad Robbins to punt for the Bengals. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And taken right on the 30. Oh, he nearly broke that one. As it stands, though, a heck of a 36-yard run back. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive, as it'll begin in enemy territory already. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They'll try to run it in, going option right. And he probably should have given that one off, as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and goal at the 4-yard line.
He'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a 3rd down. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson. His 3rd touchdown of the game, his 8th on the year. And the Ravens are able to add on to their first half lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it is 28-0.
Bengals 0. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengals offense returns to the field. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Burrow to Boyd there for the Cincy first.
11 MT take. 11 MT take.
He'll look to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On third down, Burrow. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linebackers has got it. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. A defensive-minded coach loves to bring the heat, brought the heat there, and it worked out.
And nowadays, all those defensive-minded coaches, for them, it's all about getting the football. I went into one facility, and as soon as you walked into the defensive room, there was a...
And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, 40 yards. And the Ravens open the lead up to 34-0. So this offensive unit, yeah, they were solid in the opening week victory, and now they are looking just as sharp here in week 2.
And that's exactly what you want, too, because you want to get better each and every week and really ramp up as the season goes on. I know it's still early in the season and a lot can happen, but this offense, they look like they're going to be fun to watch each and every time out.
Tucker now to add the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. I'm not sure if they drew that play up to score, but it scored indeed. One play on the ground and into the end zone for 6. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Cincinnati's offense coming back here onto the field. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the... Looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Now Tucker to add the PAT. And the route is on here in this first half. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This taken in at the goal line. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. On second down, here's Mixon. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Here we go.
Here's 3rd and 9.
11 Thomas.
Here's Burrow. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Not many boos just yet from this home crowd, but they may be starting soon as I'm starting to detect an uneasy murmur through this crowd. This offense, they've been lifeless in this first half. And now here's another punting situation and a 4th down.
Wiggles free. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments.
It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Nelson Aguilar, his first touchdown of the new season.
And the Ravens have got it on cruise control.
Okay, we need to double check here with Marvin because he keeps all of our good stats, but what I've got is 5 drives, 5 touchdowns, and they've got a nice, healthy lead.
Well, after the first drive, we thought things might be clicking. They're really clicking at this point. They're clicking about as much as they can click.
And right
I just
now,
said click a lot.
Yes, you did, but that's okay because the guy who's coordinating the defense trying.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.